Do you want to make both Uncle Roger and an Italian upset? You just need to make Italian egg fried rice. In this video, I'm going to react to Chef James Mackinson. Hello, Chef.
Hey Vincenzo, how you doing?
I'm doing very good. Chef James is awesome, he's a good friend. I love his reaction videos. Please go and support his channel. Just subscribe and watch all his videos. James, are you ready to react to egg fried rice with an Italian twist?
We'll see. I mean, I have seen like a version of egg fried rice made it in an Italian way before, but let's see.
You believe in fusion recipes?
Oh yes, fusion are some of the best recipes that we have. I mean, if it wasn't for innovation, we wouldn't have some delicious recipes that we have today.
So maybe this one will become your favorite food. Maybe this one will become your favorite egg fried rice.
Maybe it will. Who knows?
Today, we're gonna review this chef binging with Babish. This guy looked like cross between New York hipster and Gandalf. How he gonna do?
He does. He's all right. He's right.
Babish does have a little bit of a Gandalfish look going, no?
Now I'm gonna like it even more. I already liked Babish, and now I like it more. I love Gandalf.
What is this? Why he's staring behind the fridge like that? That what Jeffrey Dahmer do?
I don't know what's in here, genuinely. And that's the whole premise of the show. So
This guy have the weirdest looking tattoo. What is this shit? A tattoo of hammer, some swastika looking thing, and a feather, an expensive watch. What is it with YouTube chef and expensive watch? Uncle Joshua got one. This nephew Andrew got one. I think YouTube paying these people too much.
Vincenzo, do you have an expensive watch?
I have a rubber band watch that I don't wear much. And I have a Samsung watch. Yeah. Is that expensive enough?
Oh, it's more expensive than what I have. I don't wear watches.
Yeah, me too. I hate watches.
somebody made meatballs on 9/20.
Meatball?
Yeah. Oh, there's a lemon. As usual, I found a science project.
Can you find it right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ugh.
Oh,
That.
Oh, is
What
that?
that?
More mold than lemon.
it's a moldy lemon that someone forgot to toss in the fridge. That happens. I don't like that when this happens, yeah?
No, that means that you don't open your fridge enough. You don't cook enough. I'm sorry. No, that's not accepted in my kitchen. Sometimes things can go off. It can go off. But to get to that point, that's weeks, if not months.
You know, the funny thing is that normally, I've noticed this especially after the confinement and everything a few years ago, but the quality of vegetables here has gone down. Normally, they don't last very long in the fridge. So after a few days, I'm already touching like some of the courgettes and the aubergine, and they're already starting to go off, like get soft. It's horrible.
Yeah, well, if it's fresh, use it as long as possible.
The moldy lemon.
Something I want to breathe near, honestly.
And you grab it with your hand. Hiya. Don't raw dog moldy
I wanna
lemon.
watch this.
You about to cook.
We got a bunch of leftover, I'm guessing white rice. because
Leftover rice. Good, good.
said- Is curry? Probably curry.
Who are you?
Yeah, who is that?
My name's Nico. I'm Andrew's assistant and a new producer here at the BCU.
This guy look like if H&M become a person. And you know he producer because he just sitting there not doing shit. This just home cooking video. Why you need that director chair?
I have to agree. It's so true. It's a cooking show. You know what? I've been on cooking sets by TV celebrity chefs, so TV personalities, and I've seen way too many people working on set. 2 chefs at the back of the kitchen recreating the dish. 10 people at the front behind the camera telling what to do. You know what? I used to record by myself. Now I have a cameraman. If I have more than me and the cameraman, I get stressed. I say, what's going on? Do cooking videos, you need 2 people. Maybe someone will help you to clean up if you want to. By having big production, I don't believe in it. But, you know, Babish has got 1 director. That's all right.
Vincenzo, you've had been on set with like multiple people and
I've been on set a few times and I've seen sets where I maybe didn't perform on set with them, but I was on set watching. And I was like, oh my God, what's this? And I've seen, especially TV personalities here in Australia, they cook the food, but they don't really cook it. Like the chefs at the back cooking. So they show you the step and then the food comes from the back and they finish it. And I believe that's what most TV channels do. They have to maximize the timing, you know?
I know that a lot of TV shows also like pre-make some of the dishes beforehand, so they show you the beginning step and then they take out the finished product later on to cut down on time.
If I have to film a bolognese sauce, which is 4 hours slow cooked, I started today, I cook it, and then I cook it in the other kitchen, okay? And I do other recipes today, and I pick up on the recipe tomorrow. So I let it cook 4 hours, 5 hours, so when it's ready, when it's beautiful, the way I want, I can film it.
What about an Italian fried rice? Is that appropriation? Is that appropriate?
Italian fried rice?
Yes. Okay. So, we got some leftover steamed white rice, which after a night in the fridge, as you can see, is very dry and desiccated, making it perfect for stir fry.
Yeah, it could. I know.
That's
The rice
very
try,
hard.
stop
Oh my
fingering
God.
your rice.
What is he doing to the rice? Why is he bringing the rice like that? No, rice doesn't deserve that.
I didn't know. He's abusing the rice.
Also, you have to be careful with the rice, you know, and bacteria and stuff. Don't treat the rice like that.
Yeah, well, no, this is just it, is that I don't know what the food standards are in Australia, but in the US, rice after it's cooked is a hazardous food. So you can't leave it out too long and you have to be very, very careful to not reheat it too many times.
Oh yeah, same. I used to make a part of my business. I used to make arancini bowls, you know, the tiny rice bowls. See, and I had to follow the rules, you know. And, you know, when the people came to check how I was producing my food, you know, I had to make sure that I showed them what I was doing. And refrigeration is important. The way you cook it is important. You can't leave it out for too long, you know.
Yeah.
It's so easy to spread bacteria.
Oh no, it's a lot easier than Vox. A lot of people get sick and they don't know why.
Jesus, the rice 1 day old, not 16-year-old. Stop fingering it.
Sorry, children.
Let me get some carrots and celery.
Carrot, celery.
I'm gonna prep these vegetables.
Very Italian.
To mirepoix status.
Mirepoix?
Small pieces. That's celery.
Roger, not sure mirepoix good for egg fried rice.
So here's the meatballs. I think I'm gonna quarter these.
When you make a good paella, depending on the type of paella or arroz con algo that you want to make, we normally make the sofrito here in Spain. It's different than it is in Italy. But in any case, when you make a good paella, not a very liquidy one, it can take on a little bit of the taste of like fried rice because you are basically frying it in the paella pan.
Yes. Like you don't stir, you don't turn it around. So yeah, in a way,
No, you don't. Right. So if you do it right, you get the socorat on the bottom, which is the nice sticky bit that all the sugars reduce and they form this caramelized crust on the bottom. If you get that right,
the flavors are.
yeah, it's all the flavors on the marca and everything, or the sofrito that reduces. Oof, it's tasty. So it's technically a sofrito should be okay.
Well, sofrito is very important. You know, maybe the Asians should do it too. You know, sofrito is the base. You know, is the foundation. You know, it's like building a house without foundations. You know, and it's a very important step. The sofrito doesn't have to be carrots, celery, and onion. Okay, that's the most used one. But simple, just garlic could be a sofrito. You know, just the base, just the foundation. Or just onion could be the sofrito, or just carrot. You know, it could be the sofrito. Just something to start with. You know, something that
I do want to say though
for the dish.
that if anybody puts carrots in a paella, this is like this is a big no-no. Yeah. Jamie's paella recipe called for carrots for the sofrito, and the Spanish do not use carrots. This is a big no-no.
Maybe
This is a bit It's like, this is the worst thing. This is like pineapple on a pizza.
oh, I love the passion. I love it.
I need more sauce. Can I hit the pantry or is this fridge only? What's the rules? Well, let me see if I just have some jarred tomato sauce, okay? I don't feel like making sauce right now. Do we even have tomatoes?
If you can use pantry, just get pasta. I see pasta in there. You're making all this Italian stuff, but then throwing rice in it. Uncle Roger don't think it's gonna be good.
So, garlic. Lots
No,
of it.
actually, we Uncle Roger. I don't understand what he's doing. What is he doing? Honestly, nothing is planned. No.
I think that Babish is just coming up with an idea to make today, like maybe an Italian fried rice, just to probably get Uncle Roger's attention or something, just to get the clicks.
Hey, where is the tomato sauce? I mean, get it ready. Go to the supermarket before you film the video. You have a director there. Tell the director, go to the supermarket. Give me a tomato sauce.
Yeah, he can send the kid to go fetch and run some errands.
Onion. For fried rice, Uncle Roger prefers shallot. But Italian style onion, okay.
We must go inspect the herbs garden. What the
Herbs garden.
All right. We still got some fresh basil left.
That not garden, that's just flower pot on balcony. Hiya. Don't lie about size. That's such a typical guy thing to do.
Last of the summer's basil. But I need a
It is nice, Uncle Roger. I mean, at least it's got this guy's in New York, right? Is to have a garden like that in New York, it's a big deal.
It is a big deal. For anyone that's lived in an apartment, you know that you don't have a backyard normally. It's like not unless you have a penthouse or something. So if you have just a couple flower boxes or even a couple pots of like herbs, it's a nice thing to have.
Yeah, of course. The only thing I want to say, and I agree with Uncle Roger, why are you wearing an expensive watch? What are you trying to prove? If I had a watch like that, I don't have it, but if I did, I don't want to put it on the video when I film, when I do cooking show. So what are you trying to do? And now the more I look at the watch, the more I want it first. And the more it's like, okay, this guy is rich. That's what I'm thinking about.
I don't know, but it's kind of like when Joshua wears his Rolex and everything. Me personally, I wouldn't be wearing it. Even if I had one, I wouldn't be wearing it when I'm cooking. I don't know. Maybe you give some people something to talk about.
I guess people like to see when someone else is rich or something. Maybe they get a different perspective.
I don't know. Yeah, but in general, I don't like to show off with things.
Oh, we can do pine nuts. Pine
nut and basil. You're just making pesto now?
Just lots of basil and pine nuts.
That's right.
Like
He's right.
He is actually. He's going to be adding garlic, basil, pine nuts. It just needs a little bit of olive oil and you can call it a day.
So it's basically fried rice with pesto and meatballs. That sounds weird so far. You don't need the sofrito if you do a pesto. Maybe he's not doing pesto. But if you guys make a pesto, you don't need a sofrito. The pesto is a sauce on its own.
Exactly.
You don't need anything else. Yeah, it's a sauce on its own. And the pesto can be made with sun-dried tomatoes, not with basil. You can do different pestos, but that's a proper sauce. You don't need nothing else to add. You can add proteins if you want, or you can add vegetables, yeah.
Just so everybody knows, in the world of a saucier, of the chef that actually makes sauces, and especially depending on the country, normally in France you have, when you speak about sauces in France, you have like 1,000, 2,000, thousands of different sauces. When you start developing sauces and then you start incorporating things from other countries, you will honestly see that there is an endless possibility at the combinations of sauces. Now, with the pesto, like Vincenzo was saying, this is a sauce that it's a cold sauce. You don't need to heat it up. So you don't need to add a sofrito. You don't need to cook it. That doesn't mean that you can't do it. You can and experiment. But with the pestos that are already made, the recipes, you can make a cilantro pesto, a sun-dried tomato pesto, or anything like this. You don't need to do it. But it's an interesting world, sauces, and to be honest, I'd like to create a sauce series. The problem is trying to find all the ingredients.
Actually, wait a minute.
No, don't put pesto in your fried rice.
Brad had the idea to make pesto because that's more oil-based. It won't make the rice stick together.
Wait, so you're using pesto because it's oil-based? You know what else is oil-based? Oil? Just make your fried rice with oil. Pesto for what? This is not really Italian-Asian fusion. This is more like just some random Italian pasta dish, but instead of pasta, he used rice.
I so agree with him. And it's not just what are you doing? It's so right. Just you keep it simple, never go wrong. You keep adding and adding and adding, you're destroying what you're trying to do here. I don't understand.
I actually agree with Uncle Roger here. It kind of seems like Babish with this recipe doesn't have a real sense of direction. He's just going any which way.
Seriously, just open the fridge and put it in there, whatever he finds, which is beautiful. Honestly, some of the best recipes I created was not by following a traditional recipe. It was by opening the fridge and create a dish. So, okay, what do I have in the fridge? I've got this, I've got this, I've got this. Okay, let's put it together. And I created beautiful dishes that way. Dishes that I cannot recreate because I didn't write down the recipe, you know? So I like the fact that you open the fridge and come up with ideas. Beautiful. But this?
No, I fully agree with you, Vincenzo. I mean, for starters, he doesn't even need to be using like rice. He could be using, what is the pasta called? Orzo? It's orzo, no? Which is similar. It looks like rice because it's small.
Yeah.
And you make a pasta, and if he made a pesto sauce with it, it'd be totally fine.
Yeah, orzo and pesto sauce is beautiful, yeah.
but I don't know. It's let's see how the recipe turns out, because I reviewed this recipe before and it was a little weird. So let's see if I was right.
I think I did too, but I don't remember. You know, I don't remember. It means it was bad.
It wasn't worth remembering, obviously.
And maybe half of this garlic.
Salt, garlic for pesto, good.
So you start with the pine nuts and the garlic. You want to make a paste.
Pine nut, good.
You add the basil leaves and then you slowly...
Correct. You put the hard ingredient first in pestle and mortar, then the soft ingredient later.
Okay, got my pesto ready.
My God, look how messy that kitchen is.
That is studio. Yeah, that's what he filmed. That's what he films all the time.
Yeah,
Maybe he had a bad week, I guess. I don't know.
golly, he's a clutter bug. I mean, look at all this stuff on the countertop. You can't work.
I mean, if he sells that watch, he can pay some cleaners to help him to manage to do it.
Stir fry out of them. So here we go, folks. Just do it, Andy. Just get started. Just get going.
Yeah?
You're not moving.
Why are you talking to yourself?
Still not moving.
This guy got some mental problem. This guy need therapy. He talking to himself and he think flower pot is garden. This Gandalf nephew just having mental breakdown in front of camera.
I love Uncle Roger. It just makes me laugh so much. Yeah, you love the steak, I know.
He got wok, okay.
Spread them out. And see if we can get a little crisp on them.
Nice tossing.
And now I'm gonna fish these
Why is
out.
he starting from the meatballs? I mean, now he's gonna cook everything else. By the time he cooks everything else, the meatballs will get cold again.
Yeah,
Maybe he will show us why, but I don't understand it.
this is the recipe. That's what I thought. This was a strange recipe. Meatballs with rice, which is fine, but meatballs and fried rice, and then he's making a pesto, but then adding a sofrito. I don't know.
Oh yeah, where is the sofrito? Where's that onion?
I don't know. Maybe he just decided not to add the sofrito.
Okay, let's watch it. I'm confused. I'm really confused.
Yeah, I know. He keeps changing recipe.
Okay, and onions go in.
Onion going, okay.
Meaty oil. Yeah. We gotta blast these.
9 million subscribers.
Okay.
Can't
Now he's making the sofrito.
That's a lot of onion, by the way. I'm sorry, but sofrito should be. I don't understand why people think of this. They just put too much of everything. When you do a sofrito, even if you make a large batch of bolognese sauce or whatever, you need 1/4 of onion is enough. 1 or 1 carrot and a half is enough. 1 celery stick is enough. It's just a bit, just a little bit. Otherwise, the sauce becomes the onion. Look how much onion he used. That's too much. The pesto is not gonna be enough. There is more onion than pesto. You know what I mean? The onion will take over the pesto. You need balance when you cook.
The one thing though with the onions is that if he cooks them as he should until they're translucent, or he starts to caramelize them, that can add a little bit of a sweetness. The celery though is strong. Celery is very strong. You don't need to use a lot. Even if you don't use the celery stalks, or you get celeriac, which is the root, that's very strong as well. But these ingredients need to cook a little longer than the onions, so you should be adding the carrots first. They need to cook, not just that, but look at the size that he cut the ingredients. He cut them massive.
Yeah, they're big. They need at least 10 minutes. I mean, there's a proper sofrito between 7 to 10 minutes. But the wok is very aggressive for cooking, so it's gonna cook. I don't know. We'll see. Because the wok is very aggressive.
It can be, but me personally, he should have minced all the sofrito first, because this is too big. They're bigger than the grain spice.
Yeah, it is. Definitely, yeah, that's a good point. That's right. You're using rice, and they are bigger than the rice. So where is the rice gonna be in the dish? I can't even see the rice.
It's gonna disappear.
That's right. Yeah, no, it's about balancing, and yeah, anyway. He's got the Rolex, we don't have James, so what are we talking about? Us? Got the Rolex.
To make sure these guys really get crisp. Whack, 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 whack. And now,
Oh, he didn't cook the sofrito, he's adding the rice already? Well, what is that? This is not common sense. He must have been drunk that day.
No, all right. Mind you, I'm looking on this, I'm watching this on my laptop, so it's not that big and I don't have my glasses on, but it doesn't look like the onions are even translucent.
No, no. It's definitely not cooked. Definitely they're not cooked. You can tell.
I mean, Uncle Roger jump cut, but I honestly don't think he jump cut that much because it doesn't look like the carrots are even cooked.
No, the carrots don't look cooked to me. No, they don't look cooked.
I'm gonna add the tomatoes here.
The tomatoes.
He means the meatballs, no?
Okay. Must have been drunk all day. Because normally it's very precise, Babish is normally very good with his recipes, like he's...
Is he?
Well, when he talks, he knows what he's saying. He's very prepared. You feel like he prepares his speech, when he speaks. This time, I don't know. Very confused.
I don't know. Everyone has an off day. Some people have more off days than other. Hint, hint, Jamie. But in any case, maybe it was an off day with Babish.
Maybe.
Nephew Papish, don't make that sound. My neighbor hearing that, they're gonna think I'm watching some different type of video.
Also, I'm sorry, but there's no wok without the... I forgot the name now. You call it...
The ladle.
You have to use it when you use rice, Like I watched lots of videos on Uncle Roger and my favorite, Asian restaurants here in Sydney, in Australia. I like to, to see what they do. And it looks like it is very important that you do that. You toss and move the rice around,
Yeah, I think you mean the big spoon, the ladle, no?
The big spoon, yeah. Normally is stainless steel, I believe, or whatever.
Like, that's not looking bad at all. I kind of love it. This looks pretty done. I'm gonna kill the heat. So I'm adding the pesto.
Pesto in your rice.
Oh.
Your rice gonna be green.
And I need some really good balsamic vinegar.
What does Pepe doing now? Come on, what is that gonna do, baby? You make pesto, and now you're destroying everything. With that vinegar, you're destroying every single ingredient in the wok.
I don't remember this recipe being that weird. He added balsamic to this as well.
Why? Oh, seriously, what? Drink it. Just drink the balsamic. James, why would you put balsamic in that dish? Why?
I don't know. Wait, I can't really see this on this screen. It's too small. Is that balsamic, reduced balsamic, or is that just like vinegar?
It could be... No, doesn't matter. It's vinegar. Could be, could be glazed, could be reduced, could be the best balsamic vinegar on the planet. It doesn't go in that dish.
So we made a sofrito, we added pesto, we added meatballs, we have white rice, and now we're adding balsamic vinegar.
And you forgot the sofrito is not cooked, by the way.
And the sofrito.
No, it's very confusing. Very confusing. Very, very confusing.
And I think he's going to add tomato, no?
Well, if he finds it, he didn't find it yet. This is worse than Jamie Oliver adding, what does he put? Chili jam inside the chili jam?
See.
It's like
Some chili jam. Well, it's not just the chili jam though. He's only put chili jam in his egg fried rice. He's put mango chutney in everything.
Oh yeah.
Daddy, how he uses that condiment for everything. He uses it in mac and cheese, on pizza, on everything. Everything. Lasagna.
And you know where I know this as well? You know what I know this from Jamie also? That he uses leek for all the Italian recipes. When he cooks Italian, he always uses leek. I like leek, but come on, man. He uses leek more than onions. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me. Maybe everything I see now is leek.
You know what? Thinking about it, maybe you're right. He does use leek quite a bit, doesn't he?
Way too much. I mean, we like leek in Italy, but all these pasta dishes.
No, the same thing here in Spain. I mean, they use leeks, but they don't use the leeks as much as they do onions. Onions are used for everything.
Did I just see what he do?
I need some really good balsamic vinegar.
Balsamic vinegar in egg fried rice? What in the Jamie Oliver is this? This not salad, nephew Babish. Why you put that in? Do you put that in because it looked like soy sauce? Because the same color. Is that why? Rice and balsamic vinegar, that not gonna taste good.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. Maybe we said, oh, I'm gonna use an Italian soy sauce, and that's balsamic vinegar. First, you're offending both soy sauce and balsamic vinegar. Two great ingredients. They both need to be respected. They're two amazing products, right? But you can't compare them. They're not the same thing.
No.
They cannot be compared.
No. There is a way to make this work because obviously rice is also in Italian cuisine. I mean, risotto is super famous and you can make 50 million different types of risotto. You can make this work. But this recipe is a little strange.
A little.
Well, for not saying a lot, but it's bloody strange.
You just need to remove the video from YouTube. Like, nobody should deserve to cook this. Nobody has to cook this. Nobody. And really, no one should make it.
No, well, I have that feeling with a lot of videos I review, but who knows? It never happens, does it?
Not the right type of flavor to go together. What the hell? I think you're smoking too much shit from your herb garden.
I need some really good balsamic vinegar. Little hint of it.
Oh, and he put so much.
Suggestion that it's there. Toss it around fast before it settles.
It was a
with-
thick balsamic.
It was a reduced balsamic glaze, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was reduced, yeah.
Yeah.
Chopped parsley that we're gonna say.
Parsley in rice?
Back outside right now.
He has basil in the
That's pesto.
Why does he need to add
It was.
parsley?
I'm not doing anything with the parsley. Plus, the balsamic vinegar now is taking over all the flavors. Here, I taste the parsley.
Balsamic is strong for everybody that hasn't tried it. It is strong. Reduced balsamic is stronger because you reduce all the flavors, you intensify them. The pesto is strong because you have the garlic and you also have the basil. And basil is a very delicate herb, but is very fragrant, is very tasty. It would make more sense to add sun-dried tomatoes to this than it would parsley.
Maybe it would make a little bit better, yeah. But seriously, first of all, okay, meatballs, you don't have to have meatballs just with tomato sauce, even though tomato sauce and meatballs is the perfect match, right? But you can have meatballs with a creamy sauce. You can have meatballs with pesto.
Si.
The meatballs, the way the meatballs were cut, they were too big, for example. I will cut smaller. And also, I don't think there was enough pesto. It didn't make love with all the ingredients. So actually, there is no paste on the meatballs. And having dry meatballs like that is disappointing. Nobody deserves to have dry meatballs.
What? He didn't have to use meatballs. He could have used a very nice Italian sausage. Like, if he wanted to make this right.
Yeah.
Then again, okay, I think maybe he had to only use what he found in the fridge. Okay, right. But if he wanted to make this nice, he could have used a very nice Italian sausage, or maybe a spicy sausage, and that would go much better than these meatballs that he's just broken up in the pan.
100%. But if you have the meatballs, actually break it up. Because you didn't break it up, you just cut it. Just break it up and
They're in
pieces. So at least it's, it's easier to eat it.
Yeah.
Now he's got steaks.
I'm adding it right at the end, so we get some nice bracing herbs that don't get hit by the heat too hard. Save some for garnish. Voila, 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 voila.
See what I say about mental breakdown?
He had a bad day.
I think his editor hated him because he added all this in.
Of course you're gonna say it good.
It's really good.
See? It's really good. Every food YouTube.
I don't trust. Sorry, I lost so much. I don't trust this guy anymore. I'm sorry. Seriously, you're doing this to buy another Rolex because honestly, I don't trust it. You trust him? Brion, do you trust him?
I honestly don't think that this... First of all, I don't think that the carrots and the onions are fully cooked.
No, they're not.
I don't think it's something like is horribly disgusting and bad, but with the balsamic, I think it tastes a little different. And then you have the texture with the rice.
James, everything is wrong. Sono soffritto.
I'm trying to be nice.
The paste wasn't enough. The balsamic vinegar. He put no salt and pepper. Did you put cheese in the basil? I don't even know if you put pecorino or parmigiano.
No. He didn't put
The pesto, Yeah, you cannot put cheese in the pesto. Sorry, that's not based on it. And the other thing is, I think Uncle Roger is right. He must have smoked something from the garden. And you know what happened after you smoke the good stuff? You get hungry. It doesn't matter what you eat. You get hungry, you just want to eat. Eat. So maybe that's what happens.
Even cake cooking do this, the son say it tastes good. For once, Uncle Roger want to see food YouTuber eat their own food and then say, oh, this tastes like shit. Fuck off, everyone, fuck off. I'm gonna delete my YouTube channel now. That way more truthful. No way this green ass balsamic vinegar rice tastes good.
I really like that. It needs acid. What acid?
Acid? No,
Acid.
don't need acid. You already on acid. Stop cooking.
Nothing. So we got the juice
I
of
can't believe he's
probably
doing
a whole
this.
Lemon.
I can't believe he's doing lemon. I can't believe he's doing lemon. What for? Tell me, James. What is the lemon gonna do right now? Clean up the mess he made? Maybe.
He already added balsamic. He doesn't need more acid. I mean, maybe he likes to taste the lemon, but okay. Let's just see what happens.
9 million subscribers,
Yeah, let's just see what happens.
lots of followers, lots of people that believe in him. I honestly like. I don't know if you like it or me. I like him. I mean, he's been around for a long time. I've been on YouTube since 2014, and I think he was already on YouTube. So he's one of those veterans, you know? Yeah, he did a lot on YouTube. He gave a lot to the YouTube community, to the world. Something like this should be deleted from YouTube, right? A video like this.
Me personally, I haven't watched enough of Babish's videos to really know his style of cooking and everything. I've just seen a couple. And I don't know how he is normally. So I think this was my actually very first video that I ever saw with Babish while reviewing it. And to me, it's just strange. It's just weird.
Look, maybe I never watch his video properly. Maybe I'll just never follow his recipes and maybe I have to watch more videos. Because this is worrying me.
Italian stir fry. That doesn't look bad. I can tell you from firsthand experience, it doesn't taste bad. And then to garnish, a few more fresh herbs and
Bro, more balsamic vinegar.
an egg yolk over top.
Egg yolk
What?
on
So let's
top,
go
raw
back to the
egg.
lemon. What?
He's adding egg.
Raw egg on top.
Yolk.
Wait.
This guy, he just making beef tartare now. Every technique Western. Then why you bother with the rice? Just make pasta.
Maybe experiment with drugs and different relationships.
Look at, fried rice, the yolk supposed to mix in there. It gives the rice good color, good texture. You just put like
That's right.
this. Uncle Roger sad now, nephew Babish.
Meatball stir fry, folks.
No.
Nah.
But
Bloody hell,
also the rice is meant to cook the egg, right? And cook it. At the moment the rice is probably cold by now. Adding the egg, raw egg like that.
You know what he's doing though, Vincenzo? Some chefs do this. When they serve the carbonara, they put a raw egg on top of raw yolk to serve it to the guests.
I never sometimes. And I don't like, never approve that. No, I mean, that you're wrong to do it to make a fence. I don't like it and it's so stupid. But it's the show.
That, and it's also a possibility that you can get sick in case of their salmonella or not. So this is like,
Thank you.
it's a little dangerous, yeah? It is, especially in certain countries. And if anyone doesn't know, if you get sick in a restaurant, you have the legal right, within your rights, to sue the you-know-what out of that place if you do get sick from them. You have to prove it.
That's right.
But a chef being responsible for this, or the team or whatever, can get in serious trouble. So being a chef, everyone wants to know, oh, chef life is so wonderful and great. Yeah, it can be fun, but you have a lot of responsibility and you have to be very, very careful. Very careful.
Extremely careful. Now you got rice there, which you have to be careful already with rice, and raw egg on top. And something I will never serve, but something I don't want to tell people to cook at home. And if you have people who watches you who don't have lots of experience in the kitchen, they create this, there's a chance they get sick. What are they going to do? They can't blame him. They can't sue him. They have to go to the hospital and deal with it. You know, like it's not, no. I don't like when this is shared. This is wrong information shared and nobody deserves it.
No, me personally, I wouldn't try this with the raw egg, just to be safe.
Let's see what we're working with.
Fried rice, so simple dish. Remember, egg fried rice, 3 ingredients. Egg, fried, and rice. Fuck your pesto. Maybe you add meatball, that okay. But you're adding all this random stuff to your fried rice. You might as well make pesto pasta. It's just gonna taste weird. You're eating fried rice, but then it tastes like basil. It tastes like balsamic vinegar.
But Uncle Roger, just to make you feel better, Uncle Roger, this is not even Italian, okay? Even if you want to call this Italian pasta, like you said, make a pasta, it's not approved by Italians. But at first, I don't know if the meatballs are Italian. Then balsamic, lamb, and then you use balsamic and pesto together? No, that's definitely not. No.
Vincenzo, if you were to make another Italian fried rice, what are some of the ingredients right now off the top of your head that you would add?
I would do the sofrito, for sure. I will add the rice to the sofrito. and toast it and cook it. Yeah, you can put the meatballs, but I won't break the meat. I think the sausage is better. You already have sausage if you need to add protein. But the meatballs, if it's already cooked, you got leftovers, great. But the sauce is a must. At least a standard glass, I would say. So not too much sauce for the right, but at least sauce. Some sauce, you need some sauce. And then you finish it off with pecorino cheese. That's the Italian way, right?
You know what? I remember watching one of Chef Wong Gong's version of egg fried rice. I forget what type he was making. I think he was making the nice one, the expensive one, with the ham and the shrimp and everything. But technically speaking, even in Italy, you have ham in Italy that you can prosciutto and everything that you can easily use. Here in Spain, we have jamon iberico and jamon serrano, so you can easily substitute these ingredients to mimic the Asian version of egg fried rice, and it can still turn out to be a beautiful product.
100%. And to be honest, salami too. Salami, I like to make, one of my favorite pasta to make during the week is a salami pasta. You know what? You just chopped up the salami, which is something that you normally have in the fridge because they last forever. The more you keep it in the fridge, the better they get. You chop up the salami, you cook it. You don't really need sofrito, you don't really need garlic, you don't need nothing, to be honest. All you do is you cook the salami in olive oil a little bit, then you add the sauce, make the sauce and salami cook for 10 minutes, add some basil, throw the pasta in, and serve, easy. Of course you can add garlic, you can add onion, whatever you want, but you don't have to. Because the salami has so much flavors already.
True.
The tomato sauce makes love with the salami, the basil adds values, and then you put pecorino cheese. It's a beautiful, easy dish.
True.
So you're right. Prosciutto is beautiful, speck. Even ham, a nice ham, beautiful.
It's delicious. It all works.
No, it don't. Stop lying to people.
And it feels correct in the mouth.
It don't feel correct. What you
Feels weird, if it's pork, I'll tell you.
using chopstick cannot save this.
Well,
You're just trying to tidy up car crash now.
let's get Nico's unbiased opinion. It's his first month.
He making H&M nephew eat the rice.
He's gonna be honest with me.
It's so good.
Of course he couldn't say it good. You paying him. He don't want to. See?
Oh my god.
Pretty good, right? And it's like a fake.
You cannot trust this channel. Nephew Babish.
No. I think it's fake. Now just realized that this video is a joke. They did it on purpose to get Uncle Roger reaction. It's a joke. Nobody would do this. Babish has so much experience, he will never ruin his channel.
Well, if he did, it worked because, he did his own thing. But, the funny thing is I made my green curry actually it was a while ago, a few weeks ago, and I made my own recipe. Okay, it's not authentic. It's what I normally make at home. I'm not traditional with it. Funny enough, I even put banana in it. Funny enough, a lot of Thais, they add banana to their curry. Okay,
Yeah.
good. It works. It really does work. And everybody in the comments say, oh, this has to be a fake. No, it's not a fake recipe. It's a good recipe. It's tasty. If it wasn't tasty, I wouldn't make it. Like, truly, I wouldn't. Because I do not like throwing food out.
Yeah, you're so right. But there's something interesting about bananas. In Sydney, there was a restaurant that didn't last long. There was a guy originally from Cyprus. He had a very old book from like the 900, year 900. It was a very old book, over 1,000 years old. And it was a recipe book. And the recipe book had lots of recipe dishes with bananas. It's because Cyprus was like the custom of Europe, right? So whatever came from Asia was stuck in Cyprus. And if I don't remember wrong, but what happened is in Cyprus, the banana got stuck in Cyprus. We're not going anywhere, and so they had to use them. And so at that time in history, they used them. They use it in chickens. They use it in tomato sauce. And so you recreated those recipes. Okay. Unfortunately, people didn't understand it, and the restaurant didn't do well. I did a degustation, and many dishes had bananas. Not too many, but like chicken with tomato sauce and banana was weird. I enjoyed it because it was an experience, okay? Unfortunately, I didn't go back for it because it's not something I need in my life, but I tried it, right? And it was part of the history, but you need banana and tomato sauce? No, like you don't. But in that case, because they don't, like you say, you don't want to throw out food, they had all these bananas, they used it. They made use of it,
Well, sometimes that's the way that we make these new creations. I mean, if it wasn't for ingenuity, the salsa Caesar or Caesar dressing wouldn't have been made.
What about pineapple pizza?
Yeah? Well, no, that's another thing. By the way, speaking of bananas, you know, Vincenzo, in Finland, that they actually put bananas on their pizza.
I know, don't tell me, kill me too.
But the Finns do this. I don't know what is a thing. You think, oh, vello, bananas? Bananas don't grow in Finland.
I put bananas on my pizza. I like dessert pizza. Dessert pizza is a thing. You can put Nutella. Once the pizza is cooked, then you spread Nutella on it. No tomato sauce. It's Nutella, strawberries, bananas. Or you can put ricotta as a base. And then you put some shaved white chocolate and banana or strawberries, blueberries. It's actually nuts. Because all you're eating is a pizza base. You say, great.
See, so you're eating a pastry
Sweet base on top. You know, it's a sweet pizza. It's too much. I don't have it. Once a year, maybe I have it. So that's the only way you see me eating banana on a pizza.
Uncle Roger don't like this Italian fried rice, but next month when I'm in New York, maybe we cook egg fried rice properly. You can show me your herb garden. How about that? Let's make YouTube video together, nephew Babish. This guy look like cross between hipster and Gandalf. Let's see how he gonna do. How do I say Gandalf in a Chinese accent? Gandalf. The rice 1 day old, not 16-year-old. Stop fingering it. That rice drier than Auntie Helen. That great for egg fried rice. But I think 1 day old, 16-year-old is funnier, so use that. It's very pedophile, right? I think you're smoking too much shit from your herb garden. People know herb implies weed, right?
Yeah.
Great.
Did they ended up doing a video together, these two? Did they end up meeting Babish?
I don't think so. I don't
Maybe Babish didn't like his reaction.
It's possible, you know that?
Maybe he was upset.
Maybe Babish
Ended.
didn't do it on purpose.
You know, I'm thinking that some chefs or personalities I reacted to got offended by my reactions. But I want to say this, James, I believe you're the same. We don't talk about the person. We don't know the person. We talk about the food creator. In this case, Babish, for me, is an inspiration. He's been around forever on YouTube. I respect him. But the recipe, I don't respect the recipe. So we're not talking about the man, talking about the recipe here. Okay? We're not judging him, right?
No,
Of course, we made fun of his watch and everything else, but that was just fun, entertaining, you know?
No, I fully agree. When I review anyone, I try to just maintain the review on the food. That's it. Sometimes when it's a really boring video, you have to pull from something. This is what Uncle Roger does all the time. He tries to make fun of everything because that's him. He's a comedian. I'm a chef. But I'm also a jokester in the kitchen. I make fun of everyone in the kitchen. You know, it's just British humor. In any case, yes, I know that everyone doesn't like this, so I try to tone it down. I try to keep things just focused on the food. But sometimes, like you as well, you know, you have to put a little bit of energy into it. Sometimes a joke here or there can offend someone. That's not our intention to offend anyone. But a lot of people today are also a little sensitive, so we have to walk on eggshells.
You know, lately I reacted to an Australian chef who did very bad carbonara. But he actually wrote to me on Instagram saying, thank you for reacting. My bad, I didn't think I did a bad thing, but, I would love to catch up and you show me the right way. And this is a person that maybe, I don't know him, but the recipe wasn't great. And the way he cooked the carbonara, I should be offended for the way he cooked it, right? But with the fact that he wrote to me and he opened an opportunity to me to catch up with him, and he's a TV personality, catch up, cook together. That made me realize that this man is mature. He realized he made a mistake, and he's open to criticism. But not about him as a person, about his cooking.
I agree with this, and I've been through a lot of competitions growing up, through bagpiping and everything, and you get critiqued a lot. Normally, they try to keep it positively, but growing up with my dad, I was critiqued with everything, and not everything was positive. So I'm used to somebody critiquing me harshly, especially in the kitchen with cooking. That's fine. If something's bad, I'm normally used to someone saying it's shit, so I fix it and do it again. That's what I'm used to. A lot of people, I think, may not be used to that. So then even if they get a small criticism, they take it personally.
You're so right. And these days, you know, and
No, it's not just in these days. It's that people generally, they get especially with their cuisine or their food, if they make it, they get a little offended if you don't like it 100%. Not everybody's palate is the same. So,
you know, I push myself every day by criticizing myself to improve, to get better. Because if I make a dish today, but not just cooking, everything in life, if I do something today, I know I can do it better. You know, like if I do something bad and someone criticizes me, I take it. I say, okay, I can improve it. If the thing I did is right and someone criticizes it, then I can fight back and say, hey, what are you talking about? Let's talk about facts, or let's talk about this. But if I do something wrong, I take it because I can improve.
exactly.
We can improve.
Exactly.
And even if I create a beautiful thing, I can still make it better.
See, no, I fully agree. I fully agree with constructive criticism. Another thing though is like when I get comments like saying, oh my gosh, your hairline looks like a cartoon character. It's like, seriously? That's not a critique. That's constructive.
No,
That's a personal critique. That's insulting. There's a difference between that and say, well, you know what, with like the curry, the banana, I don't know, but I'm going to have to try it. Just try it. And if you like it, that's great. If you don't, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Well, James, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoy it. Did you like it, James?
I enjoyed reviewing it with you. I didn't enjoy the video, but I enjoyed doing it with you because that way you can express some of the more negative thoughts and I can be the good cop with.
I'm glad you did. What about you guys? Did you enjoy it from home? I hope you did. Well, maybe you can write a comment below, okay, and share your opinion about this dish, if we can call it a dish. But at the same time, please check out James' channel. Go and watch his videos. He's got lots of great, fun reaction videos. He's got some recipes that he shares with you. So please support his channel, okay? James, please promise us you will never make Italian fried rice.
I'll tell you what, I can't promise it because I don't know, 5 years from now. But if I do, I'll be sure to ask you first to see if you approve of it or not. Huh?
Deal,
That.
deal.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on James, guys. Bears a pack. But thank you guys for watching this episode. We'll see you in the next reaction video or video recipe. E ora si mangia a good pasta, not this rice. Ciao.